one thing which I think everybody should learn already as a child is how to deal with emotions like anger, fear, sadness or depression, hurt, or any other negative emotions. And there are a few little techniques which I would like to teach you and to share with you, which can help us in such cases when we have any negative emotions. So the first I would like to show you an exercise against anger. This is something which is very easy and which we may also teach our children or any other people. You know, when sometimes, I know we all are not angry people, but sometimes other people make us angry, right? So if this happens, and if you feel that somebody made you angry, then what do you feel? You feel somewhere here in the solar plexus area, you feel some block, isn't it? You feel some tension in this area. Then you have actually 3 possibilities. If you feel anger or also excitement or nervousness, you have 3 possibilities. Either you can shout at somebody else and dump your whole anger on the other person, then that poor person sits there with it. That we don't want, right? Or you can suppress it, and that is not good for your health. Or you can breathe it out. And for that, we will learn a simple but very effective exercise now. I will first show it to you, and then I will request you all to stand up and do it together with me. So first we take a deep breath in, hold the breath, and swing the arms 4 times backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 times forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we breathe out on ha. And put all your emotions in this ha. Now we'll do it again. All of you get up and do it together with me. Stand up. Have some space around you. Take a deep breath in. Hold the breath. And swing the arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. And ha! You put all your emotions in that ha. We do it once more again. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And ha! And 1 third time all together. How do you feel after this? How do you feel? Is it good? Super, super. This is called the ha exercise. And if you have any feeling of anger or tension or fear or nervousness inside, also before an exam or anything like that, in such situations where you feel such a block inside, then it is very good to breathe it out with the ha exercise. And you will feel that it brings some relief. Now, if you are really very angry, then 3 times is not enough. You have to do it for 5 or 6 minutes or however long until you come back smiling. Right? And this is very helpful. So one should always do this exercise with an open window. I used to do it if I needed that outside in the garden, in a quiet place in the garden. But you can also just open the window because you're breathing out toxins and you don't want to breathe in the same anger again. So it's important to keep the window wide open when you do that. And yeah, as I said already, 5, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, whatever you need, until your feelings have subsided and you feel relieved, right? So this is an exercise against anger and nervousness, excitement, etc. And this you can also teach your family or children. Then there is also something which can help you when you feel a bit low energy. You know, when your energy is high, then you feel joyful and happy and loving and wonderful. When your energy level is low, when you're tired or your energy is low, you have had something very exhausting on that day, or you have been in company which pulled you down, then in such moments, you don't feel good. You have negative emotions and doubts and such things. Stress is coming up. So one thing which helps against low feeling, against low emotions, or also against depressions, is chanting Om. Now, all of you are familiar with Om, especially in India, much more than in the West. But important is in this sense that we do not use Om for meditation. We never meditate with the mantra Om. Om is a mantra for people who live like a recluse, who are swamis or sannyasis, and who don't want to live in the world. Because it has the tendency, if you meditate with Om, it takes everything away from you. All your worldly ambitions, your worldly relationships, your friend, your family, your success in life, everything. It takes everything away from you and just makes you want to sit in some corner and be in deep meditation. So this is for sannyasis, that mantra. Not if you want to live in the world. But we can chant Om. That is very good. So if you chant Om with open eyes during activity, or also Om Namah Shivaya or any other divine mantra which you like, but especially chanting Om. And you don't have to count like 108 times. You can just do it while you are cooking or while you are doing something in the household. You can go on chanting Om. And this relaxes and purifies the atmosphere in the house and brings more peace and relaxation and harmony in the family, and first of all in yourself, and then in the family and all around. So that is something which helps against negative emotions, doubts, or depression. Now, I would suggest that you make a short note so that you don't forget that. Take something to write and just write against anger, ha exercise, against depression and negative emotions, chanting Om, always with open eyes. And we will speak about a few more little techniques which can help you in your daily life. So it's good to have a few notes about it so that you remember it later. Sometimes we also have some unpleasant emotions They may even come up during meditation. And that means that some stress or some past impressions are getting released. If that happens, then we use a different technique, which I'm telling you now. Most of the tensions and stresses which we have are somewhere located in this area behind the navel and the throat. So in the whole upper body somewhere. And most of them in the solar plexus area, directly above the navel and between the ribs and the navel. So if you feel any negative emotions or sensations, and you feel any unpleasantness or restlessness, then it is good to observe these sensations. Many of you may know this technique already, observing the body. You may have tried this before. But this is something which we always do when we feel some negativity or some unpleasantness or some restlessness. And especially if it comes up during meditation, you may suddenly have the feeling, oh, I don't want to meditate any longer. You get restless, you want to get up because you don't feel so good. Then don't interrupt your meditation and get up, because it means that some tension, some stress is getting released and is coming out. And if you just stop your meditation in such an unpleasant state, that will linger on through the whole day. So instead of that, it is better to remain seated, keep the eyes closed, and observe the sensations in the upper body. See where you feel something. And most of the time you will feel something in the heart or solar plexus area or stomach area. You may feel some heat, some block or some tension, or even some pain, whatever it is, or some sickness. All these are signs that some big, deep-rooted stress is now coming out, being released. And that's a very good thing. And we help the release of that stress by observing the sensations in the body. So normally, when we feel something unpleasant, we have a tendency to resist that unpleasantness. We don't want to feel it, especially if you have a pain. Now, whatever you resist will persist, right? So it is better to accept that unpleasant sensation in the body. Even if it is a pain, you say, okay, let me enjoy the pain for a few minutes. So you observe the pain or the tension and the block or the heat. Usually it's also a heat in the body in some part. You observe that for a few minutes with acceptance. And then you will notice that after a few minutes, it calms down. That may take 2 minutes or 5 minutes, in some cases 10 minutes, but then you will definitely feel good again. And when you feel good again, then you can slowly open your eyes and come out of meditation. And this technique can be done as much as you like. Whenever you feel anything unpleasant or any unpleasant sensations in the body, you may observe the sensations, and it will help you against negative emotions and against negative feelings in the body. So that is the third point. So first we had against anger and excitement or nervousness, ha exercise. Second was against depression, doubts, and negative emotions, chanting Om. Third is against feeling anything unpleasant sensations or emotions, observing the sensations in the body with acceptance. Usually 5-10 minutes, and then it's good and you feel good again. Now, how many of you have noticed that sometimes when you come home from outside, from a stressful environment, you feel somehow unpleasant, you feel impure, you don't feel quite yourself? How many of you have noticed? Yes, no? That shows that you are, yes, that shows that you are getting more sensitive and more pure also. If you have a very pure nervous system, you may notice the stress in the environment more than before. And you may feel when you come home after a day outside from anywhere, you may feel a little uneasy, not quite yourself, not your normal, joyful, happy, relaxed self, right? So if that is the case, then it is important to purify your aura. Now, we can purify our aura in different ways. And because there are many different methods to do that, I call it purification with the 5 elements. It does not mean that you have to do all these different techniques to purify your aura, but choose 1 or 2 of them of which you feel that they work best for you. So purifying your aura from vibrations which you have picked up from the environment and which are not your own and which are unpleasant. You can purify your aura, first of all, with the earth element. Earth element is minerals, stones, and also salt. So what you can do is you can take a handful of salt and go through your whole aura with the salt, from the head to the feet and all around your aura 7 times. The salt has the quality to absorb vibrations. It can absorb positive and also negative vibrations. So if you go through your aura 7 times with salt in your hand, then the salt absorbs the negative vibrations which don't belong to you, which are not your own, and then you throw away the salt. Best is you flush it away in the toilet, or you throw it out in nature, throw it away. You can also ask someone else to do that for you. Someone else can come and take the handful of salt, go through your aura 7 times, and then throw out the salt. That is one way of purifying. Now, water element. So we had earth element, now water element. You can purify your aura with water. So it is very good if you come from some stressful environment and you feel unpleasant, first to take a bath or shower. Usually what I do in such moments, in such cases, I come home and I know I have to purify my aura. First thing is I lie in the bathtub for 1 hour with salt inside. So I have salt and water together. And then I feel normal again. So that is very helpful. But you can also take a shower. So salt and water can purify your aura. Then the next is the fire element. It is also possible to take a candle flame or burning incense or a camphor light and do aratikyam to yourself, right? So go with this flame 7 times through your whole aura, from head to toes to the feet. It is also good to ask someone else to do that for you. So go through whole aura on the sides, in the front, and the back a few times, at least 7 times. that also burns away vibrations which do not belong to you and which make you feel unpleasant or impure. Now we had earth element, salt, water element, fire element, air element can also purify your aura. But this is not so easy. For that, you have to stand in a strong wind. The wind can blow away some parts of your aura. Sometimes I did I did that when I came from some stressful environment. I was traveling and teaching very much in different countries, so always flying here and there. And when I came from the flight, I usually felt pretty much not quite pure, not quite normal. So every time after a flight and going to a course place, people picked me up by car. I would hold my head out of the window from the car. And then the wind, while we were driving, the wind was blowing away some of the stress which I had picked up. So I noticed that that helps. But of course, you don't put your head outside of the car while you're driving yourself, okay? That's important. That is so purifying with the wind element, with the air element. And then the fifth and most subtle of all the elements is space. And what belongs to, which of the senses belongs to space element, to Akasha? Hearing, sound. Sound belongs to Akasha, to space. Which sound is purifying? Mantras. Before we go into the knowledge about meditation. And that is a technique. For that, you also stand up. Let us all stand up. What you do is, you take your cupped hands like this, put them in front of your third eye, and you chant Om 3 times. And while you're chanting Om, you imagine a golden light coming from your third eye and filling the cups of your hands. And after that, when you feel your hands are full of golden light, you bring this golden light through your whole aura. You go like this, up to the feet and over the arms, and let this golden light purify your aura. Now we will do that together. So you have your hands like a cup, keep it in front of your Ajna chakra, and chant Om 3 times. Chant together with me. Om. 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 Now you have filled the cups of your hand with golden light, and you lead this golden light through your whole aura, the back, on the sides, up to the feet, in the front, in the back, and over the arms. Now you can shake out your arms a little bit. Shake off the vibrations which don't belong to you. And repeat the process once more. Oh. 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 Again, you have filled the cups of your hand with golden light, and bring this golden light through your whole aura. Back in the front, up to the feet, over the arms. Shake the arms a little bit. And that is it. Was it good? Good? Very nice. So these are the ways which we can use to purify ourselves from unpleasant effects or vibrations which we have picked up from the environment. And it is very good if you come home in the evening, if you have been outside mixing with a lot of people, then it's good to first take a shower or a bath. And then you're already half yourself. And then afterwards, when you meditate, then you're fully back to your normal, peaceful self and harmonious self, right? So this is quite important.